Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. Happy 4th of July. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it is pouring. We're supposed to go back to the lake and we're waiting for the rain to figure out what it wants to do. I wanted to tell you about a conversation I had with the kids yesterday at the lake about freedom. My children, obviously, being 7, 6, and 4, don't understand that what really freedom means, or they didn't understand freedom, and they didn't understand that it was something that we were lucky to have as Americans. Since we've been watching the World Cup and we've been talking about different countries and they're trying to grasp that England is a separate country, Australia is a separate country, you know, that there's different time zones and different laws and all, you know, that there are different places. It's hard to understand when you're little. Anyway, yesterday we were talking and I was explaining to them that 4th of July is a celebration. It's the birth of America. It's the birth of freedom. And they were like, well, what does that mean, freedom? What does that mean? Okay, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not like prolific. I'm not like the person that's like, well, 7 years ago. I'm not that person. So I was like, my husband comes from one of the largest naval families in the country, and I'm thinking, I'm surrounded by like 4-star admirals. Can somebody tell my kids what freedom means? But I'm the mother, so they wanted me to be the one, so I'm like, okay. So I tried my best to explain to them that they were afforded with certain civil liberties that other countries and other people were not afforded. Well, if you've ever tried to have like a normal, like, I don't know, I want to say adult, but you know what I mean, conversation with children, it's a lot of, but why? But why? But why? So what do you mean what does that mean other countries don't have civil liberties? Well, there are countries where, you know, women and men are not allowed to marry who they want to marry. They have to marry who their parents say they have to marry. Why? Because that's the laws and traditions in their country, and that's why. Well, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I said there are some countries where women can't vote. Olivia was like, what does that mean? Well, I said there are some countries where nobody gets to vote. There's no like democracy. There's no voting. There's no choice. Somebody comes into power and rules the country, and if they stay for 50 years, they stay for 50 years. So if the country is oppressed by its government forever and ever, then it is. You know, here we have terms for a reason, and we vote, and the people have a voice. And she was like, why would anyone stay in a country with a bad president? And the conversation was giving me a headache because her questions were so legitimate, but the answers are so hard. Freedom is something a lot of times we take for granted. The conversation then spiraled into there are countries where children don't have clean water. They don't have potties that flush. Why? Why don't they have water? How can they not have water? What does that mean? Why? Why don't their mommies get them water? If you have ever tried to have this conversation with your children, I would be so interested to hear, if you could leave it in the comments, how it went or what you said or how you explained freedom. But I did explain to them. I said, look around at your family. Everybody here on this deck, everybody, 20 people, everybody here has served their country in one way or another, whether they are a military wife or in the military themselves, they have served their country. You come from a family of people who serve their country, because this country can only be free because of the brave. These are brave men and women. I said, your cousin that you're playing with over there, you know, sitting on her lap, was in the Navy. She like flies helicopters or something, you know, like all of these people. I'm very proud of my husband's family. I'm very proud of our freedom. I just don't have an eloquent grasp on how to explain it to my children, but I want to, because I'm proud of it. I want them to understand that they live in a country where, you know, you have a choice. Everything is a choice. So when you're in like a bad relationship and you continue to let someone disrespect you and you go back and forth, think about the people who are literally forced to be with men 20 years older than them and serve them a lifetime of no freedom in relationships and go like, oh, I really legitimately do have a choice to be happy. Like I can legit walk away from this. There are people who can't. And so I was trying to explain that to my children. I am very, very proud to be an American. I love this country. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I love to visit other countries and I love to learn about other countries. And I speak 3 different languages and I'm very proud of that. But I want my children to have a sense of pride for where they come from. But it is hard to explain freedom. But they understand birthdays and they know that it is the birthday of this country. So they are expecting cake. Anyway, everybody be safe today. When you're out there, reapply sunscreen, you know, all the things. Watch your kids in the water. Dogs, don't leave, you know, they're terrified of fireworks. Everybody just be safe. Have a wonderful celebration. I love you so much today. You have a choice to watch Coffee Talk, and so many of you do, and you see me and you tell me how much you love it, and it's the most amazing thing anybody can say to me other than your children are amazing. So I love you today. Have a great day.